My fiancé's best friend convinced her I was toxic, and she moved out to clear her head. I changed the locks and sent her best friend the bill for her living expenses since he knew best. 2 weeks later, the friend was begging me to take her back because she was too much to handle. I, 32 male, got home from work 3 weeks ago to find half the apartment empty and a text that changed everything. My fiancée, 29, had been acting weird for about 2 months. Distant. Started therapy suddenly. Stopped talking about wedding plans. Her best friend, this dude she'd known since college, had been around more than usual. Coffee meetups. Check-in phone calls that lasted hours. Late-night texts about processing emotions. I brought it up once. Hey, you and your friend have been talking a lot lately. Everything okay? She got defensive immediately. Why? You jealous? He's my best friend. We talk about everything. Just seems like a lot of emotional energy going his way instead of, your actual fiancé. This is exactly what he said you'd say. You're being controlling. Red flag. But I let it go. Tried to be supportive. Figured she was stressed about the wedding, her new job, whatever. Then came the text. Tuesday, 4:47 p.m. I moved out. Need space to work on myself. My friend helped me see I've been losing who I am in this relationship. Don't try to contact me. I'll reach out when I'm ready. I stared at my phone for a solid minute. Walked into our bedroom. Her clothes, gone. Toiletries, gone. The dresser we'd bought together last year, her side completely empty. Called her. Straight to voicemail. Texted. No response. Called her mom. She was just as confused. What do you mean she moved out? She didn't say anything to me. So I did what any sane person would do. Called her best friend. He answered on the first ring. Hey man, where is she? She's safe. She just needs time to figure things out without your influence. My influence? We're engaged. We live together. What the hell are you talking about? Look, I've been helping her see some patterns. The way you guilt her about spending time with friends. How you always need to know where she is. That's not healthy, bro. I asked her once about how much you two were talking. That's it. That's literally it. That's what toxic people say. She's staying with me for now. Give her space. He hung up. She was staying with him. Her male best friend, who convinced her I was toxic. Cool. Awesome. Great. I sat on the couch for maybe an hour, just processing. Then something clicked. She wanted space? Fine. She'll get all the space she needs. By 7 p.m., I'd done the following. Called a locksmith. New locks by 9 p.m., $280. Removed her from my phone plan. We had a family plan thing to save money. Not anymore. Canceled her gym membership. It was under my credit card as a birthday gift. Pulled up our shared expenses spreadsheet. I'm organized like that. Calculated exactly what I'd been covering for her the last year while she worked part-time and found herself. Rent difference. She paid 30%. I paid 70% because of income difference. Utilities, streaming services, her car insurance. Long story. Her credit sucked. Groceries, date nights, her therapy copays. Came to roughly $18,400. Drafted an invoice. Itemized everything. Professional looking. Added a note. Since your best friend knows what's best for your well-being and living situation, I'm sure he can help with these expenses going forward. Attached is what I covered this past year. Best of luck with your journey of self-discovery. Sent it to both of them. Then I ordered pizza and watched basketball. Weirdly calm. Her friend called at 11 p.m. Didn't answer. He left a voicemail. Dude, what the hell? You can't just kick her out and demand money. That's financial abuse. This is exactly the toxic behavior I warned her about. I texted back. She left voluntarily. She's staying with you voluntarily. I'm no longer subsidizing her lifestyle voluntarily. Pretty simple math. Blocked him. She called the next morning. I answered. You changed the locks? Yep. That's my home. Was your home. You moved out. Texted me and needed space. I'm giving you space. I just needed time. You can't just lock me out. You moved your stuff out. Your friend is taking care of you. What do you need the apartment for? My name is on the lease. Actually, it's not. I signed the lease solo because your credit was rough, remember? You were going to be added later, but we never got around to it. Silence. You're being petty. I'm being practical. You wanted independence. Here it is. I can't afford to live with him long term. His apartment is tiny. Sounds like a personal problem. Maybe talk to your therapist about it. I hung up. Update 1. It's been 1 week since the lockout. Things have gotten progressively more insane. Day 3, her friend showed up at my door, pounding on it like the cops. I checked the peephole, didn't open it. Bro, open up, we need to talk about this like adults. Nothing to talk about, she made her choice. She's crying every night, she misses you, she just needed some time to process her feelings. She's got plenty of time now, and space, exactly what she asked for. You're being a child, relationships take work. Compromise. You're right, I compromised for a year while funding her lifestyle. Now it's someone else's turn. You convinced her I was toxic, so you take care of her. He kicked the door. Actually kicked it. I got it on my Ring camera, sent the footage to the landlord and kept a copy. I can't afford to support her. I'm between jobs right now. There it was. Dude was unemployed and living off savings. Probably thought he'd have this romantic situation where she'd fall for him. Maybe I'd keep paying her bills like an idiot. Sounds like you should have thought about that before playing therapist. He left after yelling about what a terrible person I was for about 5 more minutes. Neighbors definitely heard. Don't care. Day 5, she started the apology tour. Sort of. Texts ranged from, I miss you so much. Can we please talk? You're right, I should have communicated better. I can't believe you're doing this over one mistake. My friend said you'd react exactly like this. He knows you so well. That last one. She's apologizing while simultaneously telling me her friend was right about me. The cognitive dissonance is Olympic level. I responded once. When you're ready to take full responsibility without blaming me or crediting your friend's insights, let me know. Until then, enjoy your space. Day 6, her mom called. Sweet lady, I actually felt bad. Honey, what's going on? She's saying you kicked her out? Ma'am, she moved out voluntarily and texted me she needed space. I changed the locks to my apartment that she wasn't on the lease for. That's it. She said you sent her friend a bill? I sent them both an itemized list of what I'd covered financially this past year, since he's apparently better equipped to support her emotional and physical well-being. Her mom was quiet for a second. How much? Over $18,000. Jesus Christ, I didn't know you were covering that much. Neither did she, apparently. Too busy finding herself. Her mom sighed. Look, she's my daughter and I love her, but she's always been easily influenced. That friend of hers has been whispering in her ear for months. I told her he had a thing for her. Probably. You really not gonna take her back? She didn't just leave, ma'am. She let someone convince her I was abusive or controlling or whatever buzzwords they used. Never gave me a chance to even discuss it. Just bailed and expected everything to be waiting for her when she was done with her experiment. I understand. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You deserved better. That call actually got to me. Her mom was good people. Yesterday, day 7, the friend called from a different number. I answered because I didn't recognize it. She's falling apart, man, crying constantly, not eating. This is on you. Interesting. She seemed fine making major life decisions without me. Now suddenly I'm responsible for her well-being? I thought I could help her. I thought she was unhappy. You thought you had a shot and convinced her to blow up her life. Now you're stuck with the consequences and you're broke. That's what actually happened. She needs you. Then she shouldn't have left. Pretty straightforward. She's talking about going back to her parents' house in Indiana. They barely have room. Again, not my problem. You convinced her to leave. You figure it out. He tried a different angle. Dude, I messed up. I see that now. I let my feelings cloud my judgment. Can you please just talk to her? I'll back off completely. So when you thought you had a chance, I was toxic and controlling. Now that reality hit and you're stuck with the bill. Suddenly I'm a reasonable guy she should talk to. How convenient. It's not like that. It's exactly like that. You saw an opportunity, took your shot, and now you're realizing you can't afford the lifestyle I was providing. She's not a fun romantic project when you're actually responsible for her, is she? He hung up. Today I woke up to 23 texts from her. Long paragraphs about how she made a mistake, how her friend manipulated her, now he's the manipulator. Interesting, how she sees clearly now, how we can go to couples therapy. I sent back, you left. Actions have consequences, I'm not your safety net. Update 2. 2 weeks since she moved out. Peak entitlement has been achieved. Her friend lasted exactly 9 more days before he completely imploded. I know this because she called me crying from a coffee shop on day 10. He kicked me out. What? He said I was too much to handle, that I was too depressing, that he couldn't deal with my emotional needs. The guy who said I was toxic for not catering to your emotional needs? I know how it sounds. Do you though? She broke down, full sobbing. I have nowhere to go. My parents' place is full because my brother and his kids are staying there. I can't afford my own place yet. I thought you'd understand. Understand what? That the guy who spent months convincing you I was terrible turned out to be exactly as selfish as I knew he was? Please, I'm begging. Just let me stay for a few weeks while I figure things out. I'll sleep on the couch. You won't even know I'm there. No. What? No, you don't get to use me as a convenience when your bad decisions catch up with you. I made a mistake. You made a series of choices. You chose to listen to him over me. You chose to move out via text. You chose to stay with him. Now you're choosing to ask me for help after burning the bridge. I'm choosing to say no. Hung up. Felt like trash for about an hour. Then remembered the text she sent originally about losing herself in our relationship and felt less bad. She tried a new strategy. Showed up at my work on day 12. Security called me because she was in the lobby demanding to see me. I told them she was an ex, not authorized. Please escort her out. They did. Professional as hell. She waited outside. I left through the back entrance because I saw her car. Got home to find her friend sitting on the steps outside my building. Different approach this time. He looked rough, unshaven, tired. I screwed up. No kidding. I really thought I was helping her. I thought you were making her smaller. You know, she was always talking about wedding stress and money stress, and I thought she'd be better without that pressure. Translation, you saw an opportunity and convinced yourself you were the hero. Yeah, probably. Definitely. She's not what I thought she'd be like. I don't know, she's a lot. The crying, the neediness, the constant reassurance. I lasted 9 days, man. You did it for 3 years. Because I loved her. You just wanted her. He looked up at me. That's fair. Look, I can't fix this, but I'm asking you to consider taking her back. Not for me. For her. She's legit struggling. And when she gets comfortable again, your little voice in her ear is going to start back up, convincing her she's too good for me or whatever narrative you spin. Hard pass. I'll stay away. Completely. Block her. Whatever you want. I don't want anything from you. I want you both to deal with the consequences of your actions without involving me. He left after that. The entitlement reached its final form yesterday. Her parents called. Both of them. On speakerphone. Her dad started, "Son, we need to talk about the situation. I'm not your son. We're not engaged anymore." Her mom, "Don't be like that. We've always thought of you as family. Family doesn't abandon family over some dude's opinion. She made a mistake, a big one, but you're being cruel now. She has nowhere to go. She had somewhere. Here, she left. You're punishing her." "I'm not punishing anyone. I'm just not rewarding bad behavior. There's a difference. We raised her better than this. She's going through something, mental health stuff, you of all people should understand." I do understand, which is why I encouraged her to stay in therapy. Instead, she let her friend convince her that therapy meant leaving me. That's not on me. Mom started crying. "Please. She's our baby. She's in a hotel right now, using her credit card. She can't afford this. Then she should come stay with you." "Dad, we told you her brother is more important than your daughter because that's what you're saying. You have space. You just don't want to deal with her either." Silence. "Exactly. Everyone wants me to fix this because dealing with the actual her, the needy, impulsive, easily influenced her, is exhausting. I dealt with it because I loved her and was building a life with her. You're her parents. Your friend convinced her to blow that up. Now nobody wants the responsibility, not my circus anymore." Her mom? "You're being selfish?" "I'm being selfish?" I funded her part-time lifestyle for a year, supported her through career changes, paid for her therapy, covered her car insurance, and the second some dude told her I was toxic, she bailed. But I'm selfish for not taking her back? You're right, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. That caught me off guard. Her mom started arguing with him in the background. He told her to stop. "Son, sorry. I know you said not to call you that. You're right about all of it. We should be helping her. Christ." Her brother's situation is temporary but messy, and we're in a small house, and she's been difficult lately. She's always been difficult. I just made it look easy." He actually laughed. Sad laugh, but still. "Yeah, you did. I'm sorry this happened. You deserved better." We hung up on decent terms. Her mom never apologized. This morning I got an email from her. Long, detailed, taking full responsibility. No mentions of her friend. No excuses, just apologies and acknowledgement of what she did. Then the ask. "I'm not asking to get back together. I know I destroyed that. I'm asking if I can stay in the spare room for 30 days while I save up for a deposit on my own place. I'll pay you $500 a month or so a month. I'll stay out of your way. I just need a stable place to land." Honestly, I'm actually considering it. Not because I forgive her, not because I want her back, but because watching her hit rock bottom while everyone who enabled her jumped ship has been its own kind of justice. And maybe, just maybe, 30 days of seeing what she threw away every single day will be the real consequence she needs. Haven't decided yet. Part of me wants to say yes just to watch her suffer in proximity to what she lost. Part of me knows that's probably toxic and I should just block her completely. Update 3. Final, I didn't let her stay. Let me explain. After that email, I sat with the decision for 2 days. Really thought about it. Talked to my brother, my therapist. Yeah, I started going. Even my coworker who's been through a similar situation. Everyone said the same thing. Letting her stay would be letting her off easy. My brother put it best. She doesn't need a soft place to land. She needs to learn that actions have real, lasting consequences. If you give her the spare room, you become her safety net again. She learns nothing. So I responded to her email. "I appreciate you taking responsibility. Genuinely. But no, you don't get to use my space as a transition zone. You made your choices. Now live with them. Figure it out like the independent person you claimed you needed to be." She called immediately. I didn't answer. She texted, "Please, I'm desperate, I'll do anything." Then figure it out. You're an adult. That was 11 days ago. Here's what's happened since. She ended up at a women's shelter for 3 days. Her friend group from college apparently rallied and got her into someone's basement room for $600 per month. It's not great from what I've heard through mutual friends. Tiny, no windows, shared bathroom with 3 other people. But it's housing. Her friend? Dude moved back to his parents' place in another state. Apparently his between-job situation was actually got fired for poor performance, and he was about to be evicted. He bounced before any of that caught up with him. She tried calling him for help, blocked on everything. The mutual friend who told me all this said she's working full-time now at a call center. Hates it, but needs the money. Applied for 3 roommate situations and got rejected from all of them because she can't afford first-last deposit. Her parents finally took her in last week, but there's conditions. She has to contribute to groceries, do all the household cleaning, and follow their rules. She's 29 living like she's 16 again. Meanwhile, my life got weird in a different way. Remember how her mom called me selfish? Well, her dad called me 2 weeks ago, apologized again. Asked if we could get coffee. I was skeptical but agreed. We met at a diner. He looked tired. "I need you to understand something," he said. "Her mom and I are separating." Didn't see that coming. This situation made me realize we've been enabling her for years. Every bad decision, every impulsive choice, we cleaned it up. Her mom wanted to do it again with you. Pressure you into taking her back so we didn't have to deal with her. I said no. We've been fighting about it ever since. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's been coming, but I wanted you to know you were right about all of it, and I'm glad you stood your ground. She needs to fall. Fully. It's the only way she'll grow up. We talked for 2 hours. He paid for breakfast, gave me his number if I ever needed anything. Good dude. Dealt a bad hand. The actual justice came last week. She sent me a final message, not asking for anything. Just reflection. I've been in therapy twice a week. Real therapy, not whatever I was doing before. My therapist asked me to write you a letter taking accountability, not to send, just to process. But I want to send it anyway because you deserve to hear it. I was bored. That's the truth. Our life was stable and good and I was bored. When my friends started pointing out issues, I latched onto them because it gave me an excuse to feel like something was wrong, to feel like I was the victim of something instead of just comfortable. I wanted drama. I wanted to feel wanted by someone new. I wanted the excitement of being saved from a situation that didn't need saving. You weren't toxic. You were stable, and I mistook stability for stagnation because I'm immature and selfish. I'm living in my parents' house, working a job I hate, sleeping in my childhood bedroom with my trophies still on the shelves. I have $186 in my bank account. My friend won't talk to me. Half my college friends think I'm a mess. And the worst part? I deserve all of it. I'm not sending this to get you back. I know that's done. I'm sending it because you spent 3 years being good to me, and I repaid you by listening to someone who barely knew us. I hope you find someone who appreciates what I couldn't. I'm sorry. I read it 3 times. Showed it to my therapist. She said it was probably the most honest thing my ex had ever said to me. I didn't respond. Not because I'm cruel, but because responding would give her something. Closure, validation, something. And the whole point is that she doesn't get anything from me anymore. My life now? Better. Genuinely. I kept the apartment. Got a promotion at work last month because I've been focusing on my career instead of managing someone else's emotional chaos. Started seeing someone new, very casually, nothing serious. She's got her life together. Pays her own bills, has her own goals. It's refreshing. I don't hate my ex. I don't think about her much at all anymore. When I do, I mostly feel relieved. Relieved I'm not the one managing her bad decisions. Relieved I didn't marry into that family dynamic. Relieved I found out before we had kids or a mortgage together. Her friend did me a favor, honestly. He accelerated the inevitable. If someone can convince your partner to leave that easily, the foundation was already cracked. The ring footage of him kicking my door is still saved. Haven't needed it, but it's there. Her mom apparently told people in their church that I was abusive. Her dad shut that down hard. Some bridges burned in that family over this. Last thing, I got a text yesterday from an unknown number. Her friend. I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from. Just wanted to say you were right about everything. I was jealous and selfish. I convinced myself I was helping, but I was just trying to break you guys up. It worked, and now we're both miserable and you're fine. Weird how that works. Anyway, sorry. I blocked the number. Didn't respond. They both want forgiveness or acknowledgement or something from me. That's not happening. They wanted independence and freedom from my toxic presence. They got it. That's the real revenge, I think. Not the locked doors or the itemized invoice or saying no when she was desperate. It's the fact that I genuinely moved on while they're both stuck dealing with the wreckage of their own choices. She wanted to find herself. Turns out the self she found isn't someone anyone wants to be around, including her. I'm good. Finally,